Hi guys, it's Angie from YB Urban here to do the final reveal of products for the February 2020 winter subscription packs. So I'm sitting here with all of the products that are going to be in there, a few of them. If you watched my previous video, you would have seen them. And just to give you guys a little overview for those of you who are new to the program this time, super excited to have you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just briefly tell you about each product you're going to find in your pack. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the ingredients that are in there, and then I'm going to also provide you with a couple of questions or a couple of things that I would like to receive the specific feedback about. You're welcome to give me any feedback about the product that you want, but there are some specific things in mind when I develop products that I want them to do or have a certain feel or have a certain, evoke a certain emotion depending on what it is, and just to see if it works with my intention. And then of course, if you get anything else out of it, it's always fun to find out what other people are using different things for. So feel free to give me all that. So each product will have an individual listing with a photo and a description, as well as the full ingredient list on the Facebook group page. So under each picture, that's where you're going to leave your feedback for that specific product. So I encourage you to do that as much as you can. Get the product out, start using it, find out what it does for you. That the whole program is really based on you guys being able to try new products, but also that feedback that becomes really important to me, because this isn't anything for the most part that I'm selling yet at this point or have incorporated into my own line, but it's stuff that I wonder if maybe it's a good thing to put in there. And so sometimes products get out there and sometimes they don't. Sometimes they go back to be reworked and you get them again. And in this particular case, you'll find there may be, or this particular time during the next 3 months, there are going to be a couple of products from last time that are going to be reworked and sent back out to you again this time. And that's always fun too, to see a product for the second time. So some of these are first time products. And then I always try to include one product that I kind of feel like is a tried and true product of ours that either I don't feel like enough people purchase, or it's not like the most popular product, but I feel like it's great. So I just want to get into people's hands where you can start doing a little bit of that word of mouth for me if it's something that you love as much as I do. Or I might change the fragrance or the flavor of something and then put it out, even though I know that the base formula is good and I've been using it for a long time. Sometimes I just like to test new fragrances and scents. So each month you'll probably get probably one product that maybe isn't brand new to our line, but kind of fits into that realm. So let's go ahead and start. I don't want to spend too much time on each product, but this first one, this is called the Grapefruit and Howood Himalayan Salt Cleanser. So this product is kind of based on that one that we did last time. I did a little cube that was like a coffee and salt scrub, and it was like a single-use thing. And the feedback that I received on that was that you didn't like the way it smelled, because I totally forgot to put the essential oils in it, so it was fragrance free minus the smell of the coffee. But the other thing that you said was it was kind of messy and you didn't really like that it was in that cube. So I'm revisiting that exfoliating cleanser idea here in this particular product. And so it is scented with grapefruit essential oil, Howood essential oil, which is a very rich linalool product, so it's got a little bit of lavender type of smell to it, but it's extremely rich in linalool, which is a very calming and healing chemical component that is found in a lot of essential oils. And then it's got just a little bit of sandalwood for that grounding. The main ingredient in this, as far as the cleansing goes, besides the pink Himalayan salt, which offers the exfoliation component, it also has an ingredient called lauryl glucoside. So we've talked about glucosides a little bit before, that it's a surfactant, so it's a cleansing agent. It creates lather, it creates bubbles, but it's not harsh like sulfate. So I never use sulfates in any of my products. They create great lather, they're great for cleansing, they're extremely inexpensive. But they do tend to be irritating to skin, and my own skin feels irritated when I use them, and it could be just because I've taken them out of my routine and out of my life completely. But I find glucosides to be actually very nourishing and very nice in that way. There's also a little bit of organic shea butter in this mix, and a little bit of fraction coconut oil. The other thing that I added to this kind of on the end was just, I felt like it needed a little bit more structure to it. It's pretty loose, so it's not a scrub as much as it's a cleanser. So think about like a liquid soap kind of thing. So I did add a little bit of a Castile soap base to this, and kind of realized after the fact that there is a soy ingredient in there, and I know a couple of you have soy sensitivity, so I apologize for that, and I think it could be redone differently, but for now that's what it is, so just be aware. The next thing I'm going to tell you about is this guy here. So remember when I asked the question, what kind of body spray would you be most likely to use? And I asked whether it was a body spray that you would use out of the shower or one that would preferably go onto your clothing more like a perfume. So the response was really about half and half, and I took it in a completely other direction. My goal with this was to try to make it a good multi-use product. So some of the challenges in that are how do you make it inexpensive enough that if you're just spraying it on your clothes, which could easily be done with just water and essential oils, how do you make it inexpensive enough for that crowd? And then also give it some kind of hydrating or conditioning component for the skin if you wanted to use it out of the shower, so it wasn't just water that you were spraying on yourself and essential oils. So there was that. And then I didn't want to use any type of oil or alcohol based ingredients because it really could, you don't want to put oil on your clothing because it can stain, and then the alcohol too can negatively affect clothing as well. So that was the challenge, and what I came up with is actually a product that I'm putting in my Unkempt line. So the YB Unkempt line is about hair, right? So how does that work when I'm making a body spray? But what I decided to do with this guy was to incorporate two ingredients that are humectants. One of them is vegetable glycerin, and the other one is provitamin B5. The chemistry name would be panthenol DL, but provitamin B5 is often an ingredient found in hair conditioner. I use it in my shampoo as well. And what it does is it coats the hair shaft to protect it from environmental toxins and those kinds of things. But it's also a humectant in the fact that it will draw moisture out of the air and onto your hair or your skin. And glycerin is the same thing. It's a humectant that draws moisture onto your skin. Essentially, what this is it's a hair and body mist. And it can be used on the hair after the shower. It can be used on dry hair. I've actually been doing that because my hair gets really like sticky uppy in the morning. So I've been spraying this on because I thought instead of just regular water, why not add that protective ingredient? So I've been using it that way on my hair. I've used it a little bit on my daughter as like a detangling spray as well. So it tends to work pretty well for that. And then it's safe to also put on clothing. So you can use it any way that you like. I guess what I'm looking for in this one is mainly, do you like the way your hair feels if you're using it that way? Do you feel like it does anything for you when you put it on your skin out of the shower other than smell amazing? This is that citrus ginger scent that I did the shampoo in last time and have it at my store too. The shampoo in that scent is really amazing. And if you're using it on your clothing, do you feel like it has enough fragrance staying power to be able to be used that way as well? So looking forward to your feedback on that one. And then this one is actually a body oil blend that I've been making forever, but have recently found some really great new benefits to using it. So this is my Relief body oil blend. So my Relief oil is kind of based on the idea of an icy hot. It's got essential oils in it that are very good for reducing pain, helping with the symptoms of inflammation. I use it a lot for muscle relief. I did a 20-hour yoga study program in 2 days, so basically 20 hours of yoga in 2 days last week. I got home and my body hurt so bad. I just poured some of this in my bathtub and took a bath, and the next day I felt so much better, like my body actually really felt good. So I've been using this for a long time on sore muscles, in massage, when I have different areas of inflammation. I've had some issues with some different itises in my shoulder, in my elbow, and I'll just use this as a way to kind of, along with icing and other things, but I'll use that as a way to kind of support those types of injuries. And the other thing that I've noticed lately that I've used it for, just kind of checking it out, I've been having some issues with varicose veins in my legs and a little bit of nerve pain going on there. And I found that using this regularly tends to control that. And I've also been using it on my cheeks. I feel like I've got some bigger veins coming out in my cheeks too, and a lot of redness lately. So I've been kind of using it for that too, and it seems to be helping for that too. So yeah, give it a try and let me know what you think about it. I think this is one of my best blends that's so effective. And I think a lot of people would, once they know about it, would really tend to want to use that, because my blends are not super expensive. You know, the oils are super high quality, but I'm just charging fair prices for them. So I think this could replace a very expensive blend that they might be using in different oils. So it's really great that way. My next product here I'm going to share with you. I did this in the other video. See, these next three you will have kind of seen before, and this one's the one, like, the label is the writing is so tiny, you're not going to be able to read that. So this is a skin and nail balm. So this is a beeswax based formula with a whole bunch of different skin conditioning oils, including organic shea nut oil and jojoba oil. It also has the essential oils of organic Bulgarian lavender, frankincense carteri, lemon, peppermint, and tea tree. So this is really to encourage and support good skin and nail health. So cuticles, I think it's great for the bottoms of the feet as well. Really dry hands, it can be used for that. I have tried it on my face and I did break out from it. So I don't prefer maybe a wax-based product on my face. I don't know if wax-based products are generally used on faces. You are welcome to try it. It's super hydrating and very healing, but I personally didn't have a good experience with that. But you're welcome to try it, and I would love your feedback on that as well. So this can be really be used for all kinds of different things, for skin, nails, hands, feet, whatever you want to use it for, and a little bit will go a really long way with this. So let me know what you think of that. Our essential oil this time, I talked about a little bit before, is Mama's Kiss. So this particular blend is formulated to be used as a first aid blend primarily, is what I'm thinking with this one. And it again has a lot of those same skin healing, supportive, health type of oils in there. Some that have components that are known to be antibacterial, some that have components that are known to be antifungal, so they can really protect us in times of cuts, scrapes, burns, those kinds of things. There's nothing in here that would be unsafe to use on children, but I always do recommend dilution with children. 1% is generally plenty for a child. And you can try it neat too on healthy adults if you'd like to just put it on in a cute situation like a fresh cut or even like a bruise, something like that. You could try it for that. The smell is actually really good too, so if you wanted to diffuse it, it's just got a very fresh, clean scent to it, so that would be another use for it. And then usually, if you think of anything else that you use this for, I'd love to know how you use this and was it effective. I always try to incorporate a bonus item, which generally your bonus item is something that can be used along with your essential oil. So it could be a way to diffuse that oil, it could be a way to inhale that oil, it could be a way to dilute that oil. And I really try to make it so that that oil can be used in multiple different ways. And so this time I decided I'm going to give you a little 1 ounce carrier oil that has a lot of the same healing type of carrier oils in there. It's very skin nourishing oils, promoting health and healing for the skin. This is a fun blend because it's got a very special ingredient called emu oil. And emu oil is an animal product. So if you watched my last video, I went into a little bit more detail about emus, but they are large birds like ostriches. And they do, there has been some research done on the oil that comes from their fat, that it can be very regenerative to human skin. And so that's a product that's often used in products that are meant for people with eczema, psoriasis, dermatitis, those kinds of things. And so So I put that in this oil along with organic shea. There's also organic jojoba, organic argan oil in there. I did use some organic avocado oil and organic grapeseed oil to just kind of cut the cost a little bit, because a lot of the ingredients do get rather expensive. But this is a completely organic blend of oils that that can be used along with that Mama's Kiss. So you can actually take, if you want to create a first aid blend of oils, so you can create this at anywhere from 1 to 3% just by adding the drops of this right into here, shaking it up, and then you're ready to go. And this has a little dropper on it, so you can use it that way. So 1% is generally 5 to 6 drops per ounce, and this is 1 ounce. So you can go all the way up to 3%, just multiplying that by 3. There's not really any reason to go any higher than that, so you can reserve the rest of your oil for a different blend, or to use it, again, neat in those acute situations on healthy adults. So that's it. Enjoy your products. These are available for pickup this weekend, and they will be going out in the mail to those of you who are having them shipped. I do encourage you, again, to look at the photos and look at the descriptions and the ingredient listings before using the product, so you know exactly how to use them and what's in them. And I look forward so much to your feedback. Thank you again for being part of this program. Bye.